Assalamualaikum viewers, this is Atif Rahman with another episode of Twin Cooking on Twin TV. Today we will be learning how to make Keema Kerela, or how we call Kerela in English, bitter melons that's going to be filled with ground beef. So come on in and let's see the ingredients. Alright viewers, now the ingredients that I will be using: 1 teaspoon red chilies, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of salt to taste, 1.5 teaspoon of red chili flakes, 1 teaspoon of Garam Masala, 2 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, 1 cup of oil, 2 small chopped onions, 2 medium-sized chopped tomatoes, 1 handful of green coriander, and I am using 1 kilo of ground beef. And as I mentioned before, I am taking about 7 Kerelas, or also known as bitter melon. Alright, so now for the mixing step, I have, as you can see, I have separated the tomatoes and the onions, and then everything else I am just going to start adding into the ground beef, and then we will just mix it all up. Alright, so now I'm just going to start mixing this. The better you mix it, the more better it will taste, inshallah. And then we will place it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes before we start putting it in the Kerelas. Alright viewers, now 30 minutes have passed, and now it is time to start filling up the Kerelas. So it's literally, the idea is that you take a small amount of the ground beef and then you try to just basically fill it up. Think of it as like a seekh kebab type of thing, that you're filling it up with the seekh kebab. So you know how you make the shape of the seekh kebab, and then you just place it in. If it's a little bit extra, if you like it like that, that's fine too. And then you just take a small needle, a small string, and you start. Alright, so as you can see, I have wrapped up all of the Kerelas like so. I sewed it up with the string. One of my strings ran out, so I'm using white, so as you can see, some of them have black and some of them have white. And now the step after that, I'm going to be using 2 frying pans on 2 different burners simultaneously. We will be working. In one fryer, I'm going to put this wrapped Kerelas for frying, and then the other pan I am going to use the remainder of the ground beef. I'm going to cook that in there, and then we will all eventually mix it up together, making it taste very good. Now the 1 cup oil I had, about half of that will go into 1 frying pan, and then the other half in the other frying pan. Both of the frying pans are on medium flame. So let us start putting in the Kerelas one by one in one of the frying pans. So we are going to put the Kerelas up until you see them become brown from the outside. And then now on the other frying pan, I'm just going to add the onions for now and wait for them to get brown. And once they do get brown, that is when we will add the ground beef into it. So let's just wait for it to get brown. Alright, as you can see now the onions have turned nice and brown. So now I will slowly add the tomatoes as well. And as you can see, while simultaneously the Karelas are still being fried and waiting for them to turn brown as well. Alright now we are ready to add the ground beef into the frying pan. And now we will just wait for it to get cooked. Just make sure you keep on stirring it. And then whenever we see the Karelas get brown, that is when we will add them in, mix them both together. So let's just keep on stirring it for a few minutes. Alright viewers, so now as you can see I switched the pans. I put the pan with the Karelas over here and the one with the ground beef on the other pan, on the other burner. So now slowly, as you can see, they are starting to turn brown. So one by one I will add them into the ground beef. I will close this pan for 30 minutes and then by then it should be ready, inshallah. Alright viewers, so as you can see the Kerala keema are nice and ready, nice and done and ready to be eaten. So let us switch it to a nice bowl. Well, here you go folks, your delicious Keema Kerala are ready. As you can see, I have opened up one of the Karelas and you can see how nicely the kebab looks inside it. Please try this recipe out, share it with everyone you know, and if you do try it out, please share a picture with us so we can post it on our Instagram. Until we see you again, take care. Assalamu alaikum.